Hi, my name is Liz. I am a maker. I like to knit, crochet, sew, quilt, spin. I think I said felt. I like to cross stitch sometimes, and I draw, and whatever else I decide to try, work on. I see all kinds of things I creatively like to do. If you like what I have, and hold on. Today is January 25th, and so just if you like what I have going on here, please like and subscribe. I'm not sure if the subscription button's down here or over here. I can't decide what that would look like for you from my angle. Just let me know you're here. Nice to know I'm not talking to myself. I always say that, but it's always true. I could just be rambling to myself. I'm also on Instagram as Liz's Fiber Crafting Nook, just like here on YouTube. If you're interested in that, you can go over there. I post on there like when I start something, when I finish something. I post my work. Post my work there. All right, let's talk finished object. I'm gonna grab it. Here we are. Give you a little spin around. Little tail. All right, and this one is, sorry. See if we can stop the bouncing. Hope I didn't make anyone seasick. All right, measuring. We are just a smidge under 8 inches. 8 inches tall. This is, I'm going to refer to my notes here. The pattern is Lamb Lupo, L-U-P-O, by Lolly Lala. I told you that you would be seeing her patterns coming up quite a bit because I like her patterns and that's what I've been making. Okay, I use number 10 cotton thread and size 7 crochet hook. This is obviously, the color is white. I can't tell you what this color is. I remind you again, I thrift a lot of my cotton threads, meaning that most of them come without their ball bands, which means I have no information on what the color is. I entered this one in our county fair and got reserve champion. I like to try to participate in the county fair and enter things. I'm not there about the ribbons or any of that stuff. If you don't support your local county fair and enter things, it means they have less and less things entered in the fair. I would encourage people to enter things in the fair. Just don't be disappointed when you don't win something. It's nothing against your work. I know I did a good job. I don't need someone to give me a ribbon to tell me I did a good job. Sometimes, like even at our local fair, I had a color pencil drawing compared to, it was this big, huge like saw blade that somebody had painted a scenery on, and I guess they felt that my category didn't have enough things in it, and they, how do I want to word that? They basically my little color pencil drawing was competing with this big old huge painted no competition there. So of course I think I got second place. You could get angry about it because there's no way a colored pencil drawing is going to compete with that and get good markings. But I'm not mad. It was hung so people could see it and fill the board. You just can't get mad. But if you're going to get mad, you shouldn't enter. But if you're okay with that and you're just displaying it so people can see, you're good to go. Like I said, if I don't answer any questions for you, just put it down in the comments and I can try to give you any information you need. Also, this one I would not say is beginner friendly, not because it's hard, but because the whole body, all the white parts, are baubles. All baubles. If you're a beginner, most of her other patterns are single crochet, not any special stitches. If you're an adventurous beginner though, and you're okay with having to do a bauble and make the round and keep on doing baubles, go for it. I enjoyed making it. But I would recommend you do one of the other ones that are just single first and then do this one. But I'm not going to discourage you from doing this one if you want. I just want you to have the heads up. Lots of baubles. To give it the sheepy look. All right. Going to move right into works in progress. Excuse me. Of course, I made progress on my crosshatch stitch queen size blanket that you are all going to be tired of hearing about and hope I finish soon, so you won't be finished soon. You're funny. Let's see. Then I did get some of my spinning done. I got the 20 ounces done. And to remind you, this is yak silk. This is a yak silk blend. I just love the color that it makes with that brown and if you haven't noticed, gray is my color palette. Gray, black, varying shades of gray. I don't mind green. Sometimes a dark green. Alright, and then I did get I have a second baggie of another 20 ounces. I divided it into 3 20 ounces. So this is my second bag. Ooh. There was some fluff still hanging out of the bag. I'm going to put it in there so I don't lose it and eat it or something and snort it up my nose. Anyone who's dealt with fiber has done that before. And this is the progress I made on that 20 ounces. I didn't get a ton done, but I got a decent amount done. And then I made progress on Archer's socks. Here's where I was when I talked to you last. This is right up to the heel. I'm ready for the heel. I have now stuffed the ball in here to keep it. It just keeps it secure until I need it next. And the color of the socks, just a reminder, this is the color I'm using for the heels, toes, and cuffs. I'm trying to use all this up. Hopefully I won't have any yarn left over, or very little, when I'm done with these socks. I will start, so I'm right up to the heel. I only worked on these in the car, and I had 2 30-minute car rides this week. 2 30-minute car rides this week. happy with that progress. All right, let's see. Is there something next? I don't feel like there's anything next. All right, I did not make progress on my felted doll, my forest friend. I just didn't have time this week. There was not enough time to cram everything in. I prioritized. I wanted to get at least one of the spinnings done and work on Archer's socks. And every week I want to accomplish at least a row or two on the blanket. And that seems doable. I mean, it's a whole week. If I can spend at least 1 hour through the whole week, even if it's broke up on this blanket, it'll eventually get done. All right. Otherwise, nothing in the works in progress got any further. All right. What I want to get done for next week. Blanket, I would let, here. This is the old blanket that I'm pulling out. This is what's left. About a foot high left. And I never measured the length or the width. It would be the width. This would be the length. I would love if I could get this whole thing done this week and pulled out and into this blanket and then no longer have to be dealing with this. Reality is I need to make a more doable goal for myself, which would be half of this. If I come to you next week and I have half of this done and I'm down to just the last 4 or 5 inches, I'll still be happy with that progress. This thing will go so much faster for me and smoother for me, speed-wise, once I'm out of pulling this knitting. Once I'm done crocheting from this. Because when you're pulling it out and crocheting it, it gets stuck here. I have to stop and get it undone and pull it out to use the yarn. Once I start working from actual skeins, it'll be so much smoother and faster. It'll just distribute easier and just be so much nicer to do. That's why I'm eager to get out of this. That way, I feel like my progress on this blanket, and then I'm going to re-time myself, by the way. I timed myself at 34 minutes. I'm pretty sure I re-timed myself, and it was 34 minutes per row. That feels like a lifetime, each row. I'm going to re-time myself once I start using skeins. I think I can go faster. I'm not a slow crocheter. And this one I can actually close my eyes and crochet it without looking. The pattern you can feel the places where you're supposed to go in, and you feel all those things. At least I can. That's where I am with this. I can't do that on all things. I definitely can't do that with things like this. I'm definitely watching and I'm definitely counting. Way too small. Way too fine. Can't feel the holes. That's my goal for this blanket, and that's what I think will happen. I'll find out once I get out of this part. All right, spinning. Hold on. Yeah, I want to get some more of the spinning done. I don't think I'm going to get the whole 20 ounces of that bag done, but I'd like to get some done. Once I start doing it, it's enjoyable and I want to keep on going, but I get a lot of disruptions, so I don't think that I'm going to get a ton done. Now, I could surprise myself and get the whole bag done. Great, but just some. Socks, I'm going to start heels. I think I'm going to start heels tomorrow before work. I maybe could start them tonight after work, but I might be too tired. I don't know. I'm not going to commit to that. And hopefully by next week, I minimally have the heels completed. I'd be happy if I had the heels completed when I come to you. And I'm not sure that I'll get anything else done. I'm pretty sure I'm rolling with that. Do I want to work on my Forest Friend felt doll? Sure, I'd love to do that. But it's okay to sit for a couple weeks. I haven't forgot about it by any means. I'm very happy with what's going on there. All right, I'm going to share some YouTube channels that I like to talk about and life. Talk a little bit about life. So I'll share these with you, and then if you're not interested in what's going on in my life, then you may most certainly cut out. And I will see you next week. So, but go check out Kristen Lerer, Lehrer, Soulful Spinning, and Emma C. Makes. Go check them out, and I think you'll enjoy them. Kristen Lerer, she is a yarn dyer, and Volenvine, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Volenvine is her brand. That is her brand. All right. For those of you who are hanging out for my life talk, hello. All right. I wanted to give a short explanation about what I do that takes so much of my time up. On my days off, I'm always busy on my days off, and on my days on work, I'm working, and then I'm just busy a lot. And I'm going to explain to you why it's been so bad lately. All right, my son is disabled, and now he's a legal adult. This means that I have had to spend a lot of time and money getting guardianship and conservatorship of him. For those of you who know, I don't even need to explain that to you. For the rest of you, he is not able to make decisions. And this keeps and by me getting guardianship of him, it keeps horrible people from taking advantage of him. You have to go through me, and I have to sign. You have to convince me to sign your documents. I'm the one that gets to read it and decide whether that's something that's okay or not. It made me feel better that no one's going to be taking advantage of him and having him sign his money and life away without even knowing what he's signing. Those people, I doubt he'll ever come in contact with them, but just in case, I didn't want to leave that open. This means to do the guardianship and to help and get his adult disability things from either Social Security, it's health and welfare, who you have to go through to do adult services. That would be different therapy services. I have to do classes, many classes, lots of classes. I have to do paperwork, loads of paperwork, and it takes a good year, about a year of your life spent getting this stuff all squared away. So this is what I spend a lot of my time on. I'm hoping in the upcoming 2 months, I will be coming to the end of everything being all done. And then I just have to get used to the new normal of the things that I have to report. I have to report where his money goes, all that stuff. It's fine. Then I work 32 hours a week. So this is why at the end of my podcast for you guys, I make a goals for the coming week section. I like to make small, realistic crafting plans. This makes me feel like I've accomplished something. And so I hope this gives a little insight as to why I struggle with having time for myself to do anything. All right, and that's all I've got for you this week. I will see you next week, and hopefully, miraculously, I might even make a push for just working on that. I like to work on other things too, but I might make a push to just work on that blanket. I am excited to get rid of this hanging over the back of my chair and just have this and start working from skeins. I'm ready for that. More than ready. All right. I will see you next week. You guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.